Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to The Longing. Day 202. Already, we're 2 days in. Isn't that great? It's a Sunday today, Sunday the 13th of June. It's the day of rest of the week. I'm not religious, so who cares? Today... E3 is still going on strong, it's my favourite time of the year. Especially because my birthday's pretty soon after E3 as well, so it's great, really. And since yesterday's video, yesterday I went to watch the Ubisoft conference, the Ubisoft showcase, right after I made yesterday's video. There was nothing interesting announced. There wasn't anything announced. They showed off, like, Far Cry 6, which I'm excited for. There's some Far Cry 6 DLC, which I'm very excited for. They announced some DLC where you can play as the villains, or where you do play as the villains from 3, 4, and 5, which, not gonna lie, those the three villains, those being Vaas, not Holt fucking sucks, Vaas from Far Cry 3, Pagan Min from Far Cry 4, and Joseph Seed from Far Cry 5. They are three of my favourite characters from any game I've played. And so any excuse to hang out with them more is fine by me. But what has just finished, literally 5 minutes ago, was the Xbox and Bethesda E3 showcase. They announced a lot of stuff. I've got an article here, just like I did the other day, about what they announced. Starting off, Starfield got a release date, which is the 11th of November, because it's a Bethesda game. Of course, it's released on the 11th of November, but that's next year, which is fine. That's, a year and a bit away. They didn't show any gameplay, because of course they didn't. I'm sure it'll be fine. The most interesting thing that came from that trailer is that they announced the Creation Engine 2. And if you don't know Bethesda, then the game engine they've been using since Morrowind, I want to say, which came out in 2003, has been the Creation Engine, it's very old. It's been the Creation Engine. They used that all the way up to Fallout 76, and that was what caused a lot of the bugs and a lot of problems with Fallout 76. But they've got a new engine, Creation Engine 2, which presumably they're going to be using for... But they're obviously using it for Starfield. They're probably going to use it for the Elder Scrolls 6. They'll use it for future games, I'm sure. And then in 2035, we'll get a whole new engine. So can't wait for that. Next on the list, Halo Infinite confirmed for holiday 2021, which I thought that was already confirmed for this year, but I guess not. That's fine. I have absolutely no thoughts about Halo. I've never been a Halo guy. So I'm sure I'll be good, and I'm happy that my Halo-loving friends are excited for it. But me, nah. Forza Horizon 5, that's a good one. We all love racing games, much like the whole world love racing games, and that's why they're the worst-selling genre of game. That's not... You can look that up. I think it's still true. It was true several years ago. Pretty sure it's still true. No one plays racing games. It does look very good, though. It looks incredible, Forza Horizon 5. Like, seriously, it looks bloody good. There's a new Arcane game called Redfall, which is a vampire shooter. They had a very good trailer for it. Obviously, no gameplay, because it's E3. You're not getting gameplay at E3. But it does... I'm excited for it, because Arcane is my favorite game studio. They have put out hit after hit after hit. They've had some... stuff like, Death of the Outsider. It's not my favorite Arcane thing, but I still really enjoy it. It's still a great game. Dishonored 2 is incredible. Dishonored 1 is incredible. Prey is incredible. Diablo 2 Resurrected release date announced. I must have been having my dinner when that got announced. That'll be the remake of Diablo 2. All I know about Diablo 2 is that my brothers played a lot when I was younger. They did the cow level a lot. Stalker 2 has had a release date. April 28th of next year, 2022. So that'll be great. I think a lot of people are being fooled by Stalker 2. This is my prediction, and you can hold me to this. Stalker 2 will not be like any other Stalker game. It'll be a dumbed down. It'll just be Fallout 4, but in a different universe. It won't have all of the depth with the factions. It won't have the incredible role playing or the realistic shooting mechanics. It'll just be a standard post-apocalyptic first-person open-world shooter, which there seem to be a lot of nowadays. Maybe I've just got weird priorities, but there seem to be a lot of those. I'm sure it'll be a good game. It just won't be like Stalker, and everyone will go, "Oh, Stalker 2, I'll buy that because it's a Stalker game, and I love Stalker." And then they'll buy it and they'll play it and they'll say, "Oh, this isn't like Stalker at all," and then I'll be on top. I will be right. Back 4 Blood, which I'm sure was shown just the other day in the Summer Games Fest one. That's coming out. Great. I'm sure that'll be good. A game called Contraband was announced from the developers of Just Cause, Avalanche Studios. I guess they're giving up on Just Cause now because they've got no more shit to do with it. They've done all the craziest stuff they can, and I think Just Cause 4 wasn't good, but Just Cause 3 was great, and I'm sure this game will be good too. No idea. It's described as a co-op open world game. Co-op shooters are in high supply right now. There's a lot of them coming out. Open world games are obviously, we've been having open world games come out once a day for 100 years. Outer Worlds 2. This one was a big surprise. I was not expecting that. They had a self-aware trailer where it was like, "Oh, they've got a gruff man narrating this trailer, and then they show a peaceful scene, and then a big monster's there." But it was a weird trailer, but I'm excited for that. That's gonna be interesting. Maybe this time they'll have it so the crosshair isn't a third up the way of the screen. I really hate that. That's one of my biggest gaming peeves, when the crosshair is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, think about the old Halos and how it wasn't in the middle of the screen. That really annoys me. I don't like it. I like being able to see as much as possible, and if I'm staring up into the sky, then that's just not. It's not fun. And there's no in the Outer Worlds one. Then it was lower down, and that's why I haven't played it as much, because the shooting's fun in that game. The gameplay's fun. Shooting's fun. The RPG stuff is fun. I enjoyed having conversations with the characters and like exploring about and stuff. But that's how big of an annoyance it is for me. I couldn't play the game because of it. Sea of Thieves is getting a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover. Sea of Thieves is a good game. Go play it. Actually, only play it with friends. It's kind of rough if you're playing with randoms. But if you have friends who have it, play it with your friends because it's fun. Yakuza, I don't care. Battlefield 2042 gameplay. It looks really good. Battlefield 2042. Like, whew. It does remind me of Just Cause. The way that they had a shot where someone catapulted a ATV into a helicopter and then jumped off the building and wingsuited away. That's the kind of stuff that I want in an action multiplayer shooter, and I think Titanfall 2 really set the bar high for that. For multiplayer shooters, I've not played anything better than Titanfall 2. It's so much fun. There's always action. You're always shooting something. You're always swinging about. You're always moving. And I hope that Battlefield 42 isn't just running around some corridors and shoot some dudes. I hope that it is about, sliding and getting behind and running behind cover and killing 5 guys at once and whatever. There's a game here that I don't even know what this is. Ayuden Chronicle, 100 Heroes delayed to 2023. Great. I don't know what that game is. I've never heard of it, but it looks like a JRPG, so no thanks. Now, this is the big announcement. This is the one I'm most excited for. 12 minutes. That's a game called 12 minutes. Been announced. It's been release date has been announced for August 19th, 2021. That's like 2 months away. 2 months. Oh, I'm so excited for this game. It's by Annapurna, who I love. They published The Outer Wilds. They might be my favorite publisher. They all of the games that they've published have been beautiful and have had great stories and good gameplay. And 12 minutes, it has, what's his name? The guy from Spider-Man. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. Willem Dafoe. Oh my goodness. He's like one of my favorite actors, and I forgot his name. Willem Dafoe's in it, as well as Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy. It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be incredible, and I'm so excited to play it in 2 months. It's on my Steam wishlist, so if anyone wants to buy it for me, then please go ahead. Psychonauts 2 release date announced. That's coming out in also about 2 months, August 25th. So see you then. That's gonna be great. Psychonauts 1, I've never finished. I got stuck on the Milkman level. And I got stuck on the Milkman level when I was like 14. And every time I've played the game again, I just haven't had the energy to get through it again. I hope that makes sense. Oh, hey look, we made it to the bit with the cliff. We've been walking for so long. And that means that... I'm talking about the line now. That means that we've got past most of the darkness, which is great, because that's the most boring bit of the journey back home. Doom Eternal, next-gen upgrade, great. Hades arriving Xbox Game Pass, great. There's a game by the people who made Limbo and Inside, great. Oh, a sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, A Plague Tale Requiem, that's going to be fine. New Far Cry 6 gameplay, yep, we already know I'm excited for that. Slime Rancher 2... Slime Rancher I've not played, but I've heard really good things. And sometimes I see it on sale, and I'm like, I should buy it, but I don't. I should put it on my wish list. Then that'll persuade me to buy it. Snowboarding game Shredders arrives in December 2021. It just looks like a snowboarding game. There are... Every E3 there is a different snowboarding game. And there are 2 this year. Because there was... What was the Ubisoft one that got announced yesterday? Riders Republic? Is that what it's called? That's a extreme sports game. Atomic Heart is going to come out, which I'm excited for. I think that's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a really good game. It's going to be what Fallout 4 should have been. I hope, and not like I hope that doesn't sound like this is the Dark Souls of first-person shooters. But no, Atomic Heart is a post-apocalyptic, is Russian game. It's a post-apocalyptic first-person open-world shooter. I know I said earlier that there are too many of them, but this one's gonna be good, I promise. It's gonna be good. I just knocked over 100 things on my desk. The rest of the things in this article I don't care about. Actually, it says Among Us. Yeah, the Among Us update's coming out in like 2 days. So if you like Among Us, get on it. But apart from that, then... There's nothing else that I really care about. I say that despite having read out a load of other stuff that I didn't care about, like that JRPG game. But there's a lot of good stuff. Xbox, the Xbox showcase is always my favorite one. Has been for the last few years. They always, it's because they own so many studios. They said they had 23 studios now, which is quite a lot. And they're 23 really good studios. And so every year then they have the power to just put out... I think they put out 30 trailers today in the hour-and-a-half showcase. They had 30 trailers for 30 different games. And like 27 of them were new or something. Which is great. It's very exciting. And later on tonight, in about half an hour, I think... Maybe a little bit less than half an hour. Actually, it's said on the IGN thing. 40 minutes, maybe. 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes would make... Oh, no, half an hour. Oh, the timer doesn't update on the mobile website. In 29 minutes, which is going to be about quarter past 8, that is. It's 7:45 at the moment. Then it's going to be the Square Enix showcase. They're going to show off nothing good. They're going to show off Final Fantasy VII Part 2, the remake. They're going to show off... they're going to show off... the Avengers game, yeah. They're going to show off some Avengers DLC or whatever. and then they're going to show off a million JRPGs that no one cares about. I kind of feel sorry for the JRPG industry, because it's probably absolutely huge in Japan, and they think, oh, well, we'll branch out into a Western audience. And they do, and they hire a load of voice actors to do like the translated VA for it. And then they're never good. I don't know what it is. I guess the Japanese video game culture is just different, and that they are just so used to that style of gameplay that so many people over here in the West just don't like. Turn-based grinding combat is my least favorite thing in the world. And I'm glad that there are games like Final Fantasy 15, which is a real-time JRPG. It is a JRPG, right? It counts. With like real-time combat. I'm glad that did well. I'm glad that they're experimenting with that, and I'm glad that things like Resident Evil, which is a Japanese game. What is it? Yeah, it is, because it's terrible. Because the original games are bad, and they have bad voice acting. Right? Am I imagining that? Anyway, keep it up, Japan. Is there a Capcom? I know there was a Capcom, some kind of event happening around this time. Maybe I'll look that up. And then we're going to announce some Resident Evil DLC, which I would like to play because I enjoyed Village. But that's what's been happening today. And the music started in, and it's the end of the video. Wonderful stuff. That's what's been happening today. Just more E3 conferences. I've not done anything else. I've been feeling pretty good today, though. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna get some ice cream, and I'm gonna watch the Square Enix event. I think that's all of them for today. There'll be more tomorrow. The only one left that I'm super excited for is the Nintendo one on Tuesday, which is in 2 days. So that'll be exciting. And so I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope you've all had a really great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And go buy 12 minutes, because it's going to be really good.